So welcome to the Mark and Me podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. Now, what I do with all bands that come on, I'm always curious about when you're growing up, those first albums that maybe you listened to that made you fall in love with music. And maybe with your pocket money or a friend or family member passed one on to you. But do you remember that first one that you absolutely fell in love with?
Absolutely. So I have three, actually, if three
is
okay.
You can have three, that's absolutely fine.
So Riot by Paramore.
One of the best bands out there.
My absolute favourite. Yeah. American Idiot by Green Day.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And then the third one is Best Damn Thing by Avril Lavigne. Those are three that I bought
completely
at the same time.
Inspirational albums. But Paramore for me are a band that I've always loved. I love the energy of Hayley Williams on stage. I love the way that she does what she wants. And is that something you've kind of tried to take under your own wing and kind of be influenced by?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're a much smaller band, but I do think as a female-fronted band, we really do take so much inspiration from them, and her stage presence, just her charisma, and also her personality as well, everything that she kind of stands for outside of the band as well. She's absolutely incredible. I definitely take a lot of inspiration from her.
Me too, honestly, genuinely. I love what she does. I love the way that they support and do Good Die Young. I love the way that they support charities, and they just seem like really nice people. What about live music? So I'm a lot older than you, but when I first went to gigs, one of my first was Green Day. So I was really blown away by them. I was absolutely mesmerised by their stage show. And I wondered, were you lucky with your first ever gig?
So my first ever gig, I think it was All Time Low.
Okay.
Or it would have been Green Day, actually, when I was like, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe 11-ish.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously those are amazing bands, and they definitely have a big influence on my bands. I'm sure you can tell, like with the pop punk side of things. It's definitely one of those things where you look up at them and you think, like, damn, I want to do that. Like, I want to be like them.
That's awesome. Sure. And did you actually leave that gig that night thinking, I want to be in a band, or was it still a dream at that point?
I think, honestly, ever since I bought Riot and like was singing in choirs at school and stuff, and like kind of perfecting my voice a little bit, I kind of always wanted to be in a band, but obviously wanting to do it and practically doing it is completely different things. So, but yeah, I'm really proud of like the journey that we've been on, and I definitely do think all those early gigs at the start, like of my life, definitely made me think that's something I wanna. That's my dream. That's something I want to do for sure.
So if I told you when you started out and you formed a band that you'd be hopefully playing Download, you probably would have told me that I was crazy.
Well, everyone would have like laughed.
Yeah, of course.
I think people do. They just don't expect you to have the like kind of ambition and drive to take it there. But I think it's like anything. You know, you just gotta keep going for it, just keep doing the things that you love and you enjoy, and that passion will come through,
of course,
and other people will see it and notice it. And
what was it like when you actually got that confirmation through and it was like, it's actually happening, you saw your name on the poster? Were you pinching yourself thinking like, I actually can't believe this is real?
Yeah, like when we walked into Download today and we saw the other day, and we saw like the posters with our names on and stuff, I think we all did have, I'm just going to admit, we all had like a little bit of a cry, little bit of a tear.
It's a huge moment, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of these things where you think, I can't believe I'm on the same poster as like Green Day.
Your idols,
Yeah, absolutely unreal.
And were you nervous? I know you had a happy cry and probably like a really proud of yourself moment, but is there a bit of you that was like, I don't know if I can do this, like this is real now, this is so scary?
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously we've practiced our set a million different times, we practiced everything, and we do try and make it super polished, but at the same time, you know, we've been a small band for a while, so you do kind of think, wow, like what a huge stage, so many people. But I think it's one of those things where you just got to be present and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you know, if you miss a note, it doesn't matter. You've had
an
amazing time.
Either.
No, exactly. But we had so much fun. Like, what experience.
Do you now have this kind of huge taste to want to do more, get out there, do as many shows as you can, carry on, that it's not just a one-off, hopefully come back next year on a bigger slot? That'd be a dream, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I think speaking for myself and the rest of the guys as well, I think, you know, we'd love to play other festivals like Slam Dunk, things like that, Reading and Leeds, and also just tour with other bands that we love and play those bigger shows. I think it's just been really just a really amazing experience, and completely different to what we thought it would be, but in the best way possible. But yeah, I would love to come back.
And when you're at a festival like this and you've done your set and you can come off stage, do you feel like you can let your hair down, go and watch other bands and just enjoy the festival, or are you still kind of like pinching yourself?
A little bit of both. I think it's one of those things where you can't believe that it just happened. Like, we got back in the tour bus and we were just kind of like, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah.
It's just so amazing. And we always want to be like, professional, but at the same time, like, we're definitely going to have a beer later and have a bit of a party with our friends.
You should.
It's
such a big like milestone. And there's so many bands out there that would kill for that opportunity to play a festival like this. And you've done it now. Yeah. And in 10 years' time, you can look back at that poster and it'll always be there as a moment of history.
Yeah. We're insanely lucky. I know there's a million other bands that would obviously love to play this festival, and we're so lucky.
But it's not just luck. You've worked hard.
Yeah.
You've put in all the hours of rehearsal, songwriting, challenges. There's probably moments you thought, I can't do this anymore. But when you come to a festival like this, you've now proved yourself. Yeah. You can walk away saying, well, actually, we worked for that. We deserve it.
I think it's one of those things where, because you've put in the hard graft, it's, been those small shows where you play to nobody. Like, you just play to the guys' girlfriends kind of thing. And then it slowly builds up. And there's fans that have believed in us since the beginning. And it's grown. So it's one of those things where it's a journey, isn't it? It's not a destination. It's like, it's one of the steps on the way. So.
And how does the rest of the journey look for this year? Is there like new music coming out, or any more tour dates, or any gigs you want to get involved in and try and promote? Or is it just take a breather, let's see where we are, get our heads together, and now we'll try something else?
Well, part of the deal was we obviously won a record deal with Marshall Records. Yeah. So with signing with them, we're going to release a new EP, which we're really excited about. So at the moment, we're in the studio kind of cooking that up, which is really exciting. And then hopefully we'll be kind of touring that, which, we're all so excited about the next steps, I think.
And Marshall Records is huge. Like, to have bands like Nova Twins, Therapy, some amazing bands, and just such a legacy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's such an iconic brand. And I think, we're still kind of pinching ourselves that
it's a lot, isn't it, to deal with it, though, like in a short space of time, like download, Marshall's record deal, some new music, EP release. Yeah. It's a lot to take.
I think all the teams couldn't have been more helpful, though, more supportive. So, they've made the process so much fun as well. Like,
that's wonderful. My final question for you today is what I love to do on this podcast, and I think I have a bit of a hint what your choice might be from what we started talking about. But when the episode goes out, we'll have an interview, and then you get to pick a piece of music that means a lot to you. Yeah. So after this interview's gone out there, you can choose any song that you love to be played. I'm thinking it might be Paramore, by the way we've been talking today, but how do you pick only one Paramore song?
I mean, I could pick my all-time favourite song ever.
Okay.
So that's what you get by Paramore.
I love that riff.
Yeah.
And it's one of the first songs I ever heard by them. And I love the fact that it's just energy. Yeah. It gives you a snapshot of what the band's all about, confidence, and it's just, what a chorus. You can't not sing along.
No, it's just amazing. It's my favourite song in the whole universe, so it's got to be that one.
That's amazing. Thank you for coming on the podcast today.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything else, and I'm sure our paths will cross again in the near future.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We'll get a photo.